guys, it's Pete Wright with PluggedInPhoto.com, and we're here today with Jay from Samsung, and we're going to be talking about the new Samsung Galaxy NX camera. Jay, tell me a little bit about this.
So the Galaxy NX is the world's first removable lens, Android-enabled digital camera. It's got a 20 megapixel APS-C size sensor. It'll do 8.6 frames per second. But the coolest thing about it is the huge touchscreen on the back. It's a capacitive touchscreen. All the camera controls on it are accessible through the touchscreen as well. And it can run Android Jelly Bean as the core operating system. So with that, you can customize the camera however you want, load whatever apps onto it. You can load Photoshop on it, Angry Birds, any of that. With that, it can be connected all the time. It runs dual band Wi-Fi, so 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi for maximum throughput. It also has a GSM SIM slot in the bottom. So you can plug in a GSM card from T-Mobile or AT&T and get 3G, 4G connectivity right from the camera.
So basically what you've done is you've created another toy of mine that my kids are going to steal and play Angry Birds on.
You can. I've tried all the Angry Birds versions on this particular camera already, but it's really not designed as a game platform. It's designed as a completely customizable photography platform. So if you're a professional photographer, you can do all kinds of new things with it. You can mirror your work on the camera to a TV. So as you're shooting in your studio, you can see everything on an HD TV. You can show it to your customers live. You can move all your images into a presentation workflow on here. And again, it's an Android-based device. You can customize it however you want.
And the touchscreen gives me really great control. And I see that it also has a viewfinder here that we can use, so we have options when we're photographing. Tell me a little bit about the viewfinder.
Sure. There's an electronic viewfinder here. The electronic viewfinder auto senses when your head comes up to it, turns off the LCD, switches to the electronic viewfinder. Most people would use this in super bright sunlight when they want to be able to see if they're out in the desert or daylight or whatever. A lot of our professional customers find it very useful if they're shooting somewhere where they don't want the back screen to pop up. If they're shooting in a theater, if you're shooting at an event where you don't want your screen to disrupt the activity, just use the electronic viewfinder. Cool thing about the electronic viewfinder too, it shows you everything that's on the back screen. So not just a live view of the images, not just basic exposure stuff, it shows you everything that you'd be seeing on the rear LCD.
Fantastic. From a video standpoint, what are we looking at when we're using this for video? I know one of the things that, having shot with several of the previous generations of the Samsung, we didn't have the ability to plug in an external microphone, and I saw that that was something that maybe is coming on this one?
Sure, yeah, this is a full HD video platform. It has a plug on it similar to what your phone has, a 3.5 millimeter headphone microphone jack combination, just like our tablets, our phones, all of our other lifestyle devices have. You can plug this in and plug in any mic you want, so wireless mics, lavaliers, boom mics, any of that. It's got a full hot shoe on the top as well. Our hot shoe's a little bit more advanced than most. It actually has USB data streaming down from it for additional accessory devices. It actually has power coming up as well. So we've got things like a digital boom microphone for this that you can put in the hot shoe that'll digitize in the mic, send the data down, and powered by the camera.
So before we jump to some of the new lenses that we have laying here in front of me, anything else that you really want to touch on? I know a lot of us are familiar with some of the great technology that Samsung has, but this has so much to it that's new. I don't want to miss anything. What else is there about this?
It's got so much going on in it, and again, it's so customizable that there's really probably too much to go into here. The key thing for customers probably is availability. This will be available in probably third week in November in the U.S. It's already shipping in Europe and in some other markets.
Fantastic. So let's talk about these lenses, and this one intrigues me. You got to tell me about this.
This is our 45 millimeter 2D 3D lens. So it's a very nice 45 millimeter f1.8, great portrait lens, super fast focusing. But it's got an option to shoot 3D with it. When you put this lens in 3D mode and put it on a camera, there's two LCD filters that come in from the side, kind of like barn doors, and those shutter at 60 frames a second, left, right, to give you full 3D HD, 1080 3D video, 30 frames a second, so 60 frames per side. Just amazing addition for video.
I've never seen a consumer level camera with interchangeable lenses that you could do this with. That's fantastic.
This is the lens that actually works on our other NX platform cameras as well. So you could get one of our other models at a much lower price if you're just doing 3D video creation. But on this platform, it rocks because you've got the audio options, you've got the ability to do all kinds of things with Android in terms of editing, content movement, and the connectivity on this thing just makes it just an amazing production platform.
So for the filmmakers that are out there and really want to tinker with 3D film for their filmmaking projects that can't afford those $30, $40, $50,000 cameras or even higher, this gives them a platform that they can really get out there and make some great films with in an affordable medium.
Absolutely, and there's other things too. Most of the new Samsung devices that have come out recently have things like screen mirroring on them. So while I'm shooting with this, I can actually have my screen, everything that's on the screen while I'm shooting or producing or anything else, transmitted right to a Samsung TV or another device in the Samsung portfolio, tablet, whatever, so that I can have an editor watching or an art director watching while I'm shooting, if that's a good thing. It just really, really cool workflow changer.
So you've got basically the ability to have a built-in wireless field monitor, which
absolutely, yeah.
Most of the DSLRs don't have that. You either have to use the screen on the back or the field monitor, but you can't have both at the same time. So this one gives us the ability to do both at the same time.
Absolutely, yeah, and in full HD too, which is cool.
That's cool. Let's talk about this other one. This is one that I'm excited about as well.
This is a 10 millimeter fisheye that we just started shipping this summer. It's a 10 millimeter f3.5, and again, so great fisheye for APS-C. It's equivalent of a 15 millimeter on 35 millimeter. There's lens maps for it already for correction in most popular programs. So if you don't want the fisheye effect on it, you can correct those right out automatically. Samsung is a little bit different than most manufacturers. Samsung's a Korean company. We design and manufacture our lenses ourselves. So our lenses are all designed for the APS-C format. That gives us the capability to have them much lighter, which means since they're not designed to cover a full 35 millimeter image circle, so they'll focus faster. We have the opportunity to design in faster apertures, which we've done as well. So you'll find these lenses to be much higher performance than a lot of the lenses people are currently using today.
Yeah, I personally have shot with the 85-1.4 and the 60 macro. They're heavier and hardier feeling than the other manufacturers that I've shot with. And I got to tell you, the 60 macro is the smoothest, best shooting macro I think I've ever had the opportunity to use. So you guys have, to me, which for an APS-C mirrorless camera, the most full complement of lenses in terms of getting into this format of a camera. It's fantastic. If somebody wants to get more information about the Samsung Galaxy NX and these lenses, where do they go? So
I'm going to send you to Samsung.com. Specifically, if you want detail on the NX product line, Samsung.com/NX.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for your time, Jay. I appreciate it. Looking forward to coming out and trying some more of your gear, and looking forward to seeing what you guys release next year, because it seems like every year you guys come up with more and more stuff. Thank you guys for joining us at PluggedInPhoto.com, and come back and see us for more footage in the future.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.